Hi everyone! So yesterday was the day of the municipal election and our long campaign work finally came to an end. So for 2 weeks we had stood almost every day in the election village in the center of Oulu for hours every day, and on some days we left to be there at noon. Then when we came home, we got home at something like 9 p.m. We had a couple of hours to eat something and have a shower, then go back to sleep to be up early the next morning again. And it was pretty tiring, but we had a lot of fun, and I'm very glad that it all resulted in a huge win for us. So I didn't want to get ahead of myself and be too excited, because the vote counting system in our election is such that it favors the large parties. So if you come from outside the big parties, as we did, with a list of 2 candidates, you are facing an uphill battle, to say the least, especially in big cities such as Oulu. And the way this system works, for those who aren't familiar with it, we are using the D'Hondt method, which means that instead of counting the votes each candidate got, like in a direct election, the votes a party gets are added, and the candidate in that party who got the most votes will get all of the party's votes for himself. Then the candidate who got second most votes will get half of that number. The candidate who got third most votes will get a third of that number, and so on and so on. So if you have a large party in which there are 100 candidates and all of them get 10 votes, you will get one candidate through, because those added make 1,000 votes, and it's well enough to get one candidate into the council. So between us two, we had to get that over 1,000 votes just between the 2 of us. The other parties had from 60 to 100 candidates, the big parties, so they didn't need to get as much votes per candidate as we did. But we had to get that over 500 per person. And we got it. And we didn't both get through. It would have taken over 2,000 votes to do it, but Junes got through. He got 697 votes and I got 577, which both are huge numbers, even for candidates in big parties, and especially for independent candidates, it's enormous. And so we are in the city council. Junes is the councilman and I am his assistant councilwoman. So I also have a right to speak at the council when Junes isn't there or when he wants me to replace for him. And but I don't get a vote. So we only have that one vote, but we got in, which is a huge win. And last night we made an election watch live that lasted for something like 6 hours. And in the beginning of that live, it was so hilarious that these standard left-wing trolls that are always there in our live streams to talk shit, they said that, okay, this will be the grand finale for the humiliation of the racists. And they were so sure that we would get completely beaten. But of course we had a pretty different understanding, because we had been there in the election village for 2 weeks. And during that time, every day, tens of people came to our booth just to tell us that they had voted for us in the pre-vote, or that they were going to vote for us on the election day. So we knew that there was support for us. But what the question was that will that actually materialize as votes? Because we know that there are lots of our readers and watchers here, but will they actually go to the booth and vote? And apparently they did. And when at something around 10 p.m. It started to look like Junes was going through, then the left-wing trolls, they just disappeared. And they haven't come back to our channel since. So I don't know what happened to them. Maybe they died or something. But at least these left-wingers won't get to uh, bully us with these results. Like, if we had gotten really terrible results, we would have never heard the end of it. But I'm very glad it turned out like this. And Younes, of course, has been a candidate in the municipal election before. He didn't go through then, because he was, of course, missing this key element, which was me. But when there were the two of us, we got beyond the needed vote amount. So I'm very happy with this. I don't know what more to say about this. I have a lot of subjects for videos that I've been intending to make but have been too busy to film because of the campaigning. But now I will have much more time, so you can expect a lot more decent quality videos from me. In my next video, I think I'll be talking about Younes's charges. So he's being charged with these hate speech laws about agitation against the minority. So I will make a video about that next and tell you what's going on with that. But we got there. Like, we will be in the city council on June when the new council starts. And I just loved seeing the faces of all those professional politicians who have been in the council for a long time, and they were so sure that we would get beaten. And today there was this event downtown in which flowers were handed to the new councilmen and councilwomen. And it was such a delicious moment when Younes was called to the stage and handed his flower. Like, I loved seeing the faces of the Social Democrats and the Greens and the lefties and all those cancerous people. It was pretty great. Anyway, this is it for now. And thank you for listening, and bye.